Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be breaking down the core fundamentals of DM setting. Whether you yourself as an online coach, the one in the DMs, you have a DM setter, this is going to be useful and allow you to book more qualified calls and essentially close more clients and earn more revenue for your online coaching company. So what I'm going to break down: DM setter mindset, the DM setter framework, levels of awareness, and the 9 stages of a daily workflow to maximize how you're operating inside your DMs and booking calls. Then we're going to go through the actual process in terms of the playbook, examples, and objection handling at each of the stages throughout the framework, from conversation starter all the way to booked and confirmed calls. So essentially guys, who am I? Why listen to me? I want to preface before I start, I am not an appointment setting coach, nor will I ever be. I'm not someone trying to flog you an appointment setting course or any learnings. However, the skill of appointment setting is crucial and is often overlooked when it comes to online coaches, as they think they can just hire someone to do it for them. Yes, you can. Of course you can. But if you yourself have a good baseline of knowledge, you're going to be able to manage and help that setter perform at a much higher level. The main issue is, if you don't have any prior knowledge of the process of how to do it, how can you then hire, train and manage and retain these reps in your business? It's one of the industries with the highest churn rate. You need to be able to find someone, understand their values, their goals, keep them in your business and enable them to stay with you whilst you grow. So in this video, I wish to share with you some key lessons from basic setting philosophy and standards, and give away my exact frameworks and processes that I use and implement for every single one of my clients to ensure we have a consistent inbound and outbound setting process. Why listen to me though? Previously I worked in the online high ticket sales space for 18 months as a setter, closer and even manager. Across that time I've personally collected 850k in online deals and managed multiple offers doing 5 and 6 figures a month. I'm also a coach in one of the leading UK sales communities, helping reps through role plays, call reviews, and transitioning them from setter to closer. Now I'm documenting building my consultancy agency from 0 to 6 figures a month, and building my dream business where I help online fitness coaches scale through organic content, sales systems, and AI. So why is DM setting so important? Essentially, it allows you to connect with future clients on a much more interactional and personal level compared to just reels or long form content. It allows you to collect ammunition for when your prospect jumps on the sales call, as it gives you context regarding their current situation and their desires. It enables you as a business owner to protect your time, and you are able to financially qualify prospects in the DMs, meaning you're not wasting hours of your time and energy on prospects that don't have the money when they jump on calls. As well, DM setting is super important between the relationship between sales and marketing, marketing essentially. DMs, common questions, we can make tailored content towards that throughout our content. Then guys, let's start with these kind of 4 pillars and then we'll make our way into the process. But to start with, DM setting mindset. So, philosophy. DM setting works because leads feel a close connection to the personal brand or creator, because the DM feature makes them feel like they're being chatted to directly by you. Whether or not as a business owner you are the one in the DMs, or you simply have a DM setter yourself working for you, this is the process that it goes by. DM setting allows you to break down a prospect's mental barriers, limiting beliefs, and get them to open up about their dreams, their desires, their physique, which enables you to effectually nurture and ascend them into a sales process. Effective DM setting will drastically increase the performance of your business month on end. Just as kind of basic standard, average rate is between anything from 70 and above, and the average close rate on organic content is 25 to 30%. The goal here, the overriding goal and mindset I need you to adopt and understand is qualify leads, understand their situation, and selling them on both the creator plus the opportunity, essentially. In your case, it's an online fitness coach, their dream physique, increased energy, and breaking through low levels of confidence or motivation and helping them across that journey. Then what I want to do, guys, is touch upon a few kind of key points. Number 1 being set a mindset, go with the flow. Booking calls versus creating opportunity. Friction isn't a bad thing. Context is king. Doing what is required, not what you're told. And little things matter. When I'm going through this whole process, I'm going to be speaking as if you have a DM set. If you do not have a DM set, the way I relate to the DM setter is just you as the offer owner, okay? The same principles apply, the same mindsets apply, the same philosophies apply. It's just now about understanding whether it's you or your DM setter who's going to be the one implementing the actions you get from this video. So, setter mindset, just like anything, having the right mindset can either break your chances of success or allow you to really succeed in this space. DM setting is hard. You have to deal with constant rejection, constant no's, and picking yourself back up and understanding that the inputs will directly follow to the output is so important when going through this entire process. So firstly, go with the flow. You should never sacrifice the flow of a conversation for a script or framework. Remember, you are a human being. You are not a robot. If they're opening up and expressing pain, dive into that. Don't just think I need to jump on to the next question because that's what my framework says. Leads will give you everything you need, so let them talk. Let them talk about themselves. Understand more about you. If someone talks about their goals, let them. If someone talks about their pain, let them. If someone talks about the reasons why they haven't yet achieved their goals, let them do that and then keep them accountable through frameworks that you use. Go with the flow. Don't see it as so transactional, okay? Too many people treat it as just this one thing that you have to do, this one framework you have to follow, and it's not the case. Booking calls versus creating opportunities. Not every single lead is ready to be put on a sales call, okay? Your job is to set qualified leads and turn unqualified leads into potential buyers. Think, how can I best help this lead? When you start a conversation and you start to build some rapport and just build a bit of a conversation around them, think, how can you best help this lead? If that's your mindset from the start, you'll create so much more trust. You'll come across as so much more of a human, and there'll be next to no sales resistance, leading to a far higher chance of when you do propose a call, they actually follow up with it. Okay? Ultimately, when you present yourself as an authority and take time to understand the lead, understand their wants, their desires, their pains, their struggles, okay, it will allow you to extract the most amount of money from them. If they're in a position now, let's make it happen, let's book a call straight away. However, if they're not, that's fine. Don't burn the lead. Keep the door ajar for 3 months down the line. With the follow-up sequence we'll go over in the next video, or even in this video, you'll be able to reignite leads 3, 4, 5 months down the line through using techniques that I teach. Then, guys, friction is not a bad thing. Too many of you guys are scared of friction. Okay, most setters get scared of challenging leads, beliefs, addressing concerns, and handling objections. This is where the money is made, so get excited about it. Get up for it. If you're somebody who already agrees, if you're a yes man the entire time, okay, well, how are you going to keep them accountable? How are you going to challenge them on their limiting beliefs? How are you going to hold them responsible for their current situation of where they're at now? You're not going to be able to. Okay, you need to understand that friction is not a bad thing. It's actually a positive because it shows you're breaking down where they're currently at and getting to the pain point, not just surface level. You're never going to be respected or seen as an authority if you always agree with them, okay? There is no difference in setting. If a leader has a limiting belief that will prevent them from buying the program, it's your job to address it. It's your job to solve it, okay? So having a good relationship with setter and offer owner, or offer owner yourself, having a great relationship with the offer itself, the transformation you take them on is super important. Next, guys, context is king. If you're going to defend yourself in court, I can imagine you're going to get as much information as possible to win that case. DMing is no different. You always need to understand where the lead is coming from and what they're saying. Never assume. If something doesn't make sense, ask for clarification. Ask them to rephrase it. Tell them you're not understanding what they're saying. If you're responding to a lead and you don't remember every detail of that conversation, scroll up, reread it, get context before replying. Because I'm sure you've asked the same question twice before, okay? And if you ask the same question twice before, it is the one quickest way to piss a lead off. Because it feels robotic, unauthentic, like you're just doing thousands of them. You wouldn't forget the conversation if you were just speaking to one person, and you have to make that one person in the conversation feel heard. If a lead is coming off a closing call, read the closer notes, ask the closer, even listen to some of the sales calls for more context. The more clarity you have, the better chances you will have addressing these concerns. Whether you are in charge of your DMs as a DM setter, as the offer owner, you have a DM setter in place. You need to work closely with them. Give them feedback upon the sales call. Let them know what was good, what was wrong, where they lost the call, the objection that came up. Okay, these are kind of things you need to be thinking about when it comes to this level of content and this level of scaling through DM setting. Doing what's required, not what is told. If you have a DM setter in place or you are the offer owner doing the DMs yourself, apply this. Don't just follow a script. Don't just follow a framework. Don't forget about leads once they're booked or wait for new leads to reach out. Real killers in this space, the real guys that make the most amount of money through the setting are the ones that go and grab the low-hanging fruit. They're the ones that extract cash from the pipeline, that push deals over the line, because they know that your business success and their own revenue is directly correlated to the amount of effort and the inputs that they put in. Pushing deals over the line when dragging your feet, guys. Follow up with no-shows. Follow up with existing clients. Give the offer owner, or as an offer owner, look at why people haven't closed and create content for that person. We need to think about cash extraction as much as possible. The little things matter. In the DMs, every single word matters. How you approach different types of leads matter. If somebody's being very direct, match that energy. If somebody is being very playful, match that energy. If somebody is opening up, match that energy. You need to be responsive to the prospect. You have type A prospects, you have type B prospects. You need to be able to pull on those personality types in order to get the deal over the line. These are the little differences from saying understood versus love to hear it. Make a significant difference in how the lead views you and ultimately the trust and authority they give you. If somebody's a veteran and you're on a US-based fitness offer, please thank them for their service. If somebody says they have a family emergency, they're going through a divorce or is going through a rough time, show sympathy, okay? Ask them how they're doing. Ask if everything's alright instead of ignoring it. Remember, guys, you are a real person in the DMs. It's not just a lead, it's the person at the end of the phone. Then, moving on to DM setting framework, we're going to whiz through this one. This is a really rough guide before we go into the actual process. But number one, confirm interest in what you're doing, okay? You want to ask yourself what the main reasons a lead would be reaching out. Understand that philosophy. Understand where they're coming on. Put yourself in the lead's shoes to then better be able to diagnose and match the conversation. Number two, finding a problem, okay? Understand their problem, their pains, why they're even talking to you in the first place. If they're speaking to you, there's going to be some level of an issue that they need to be extracted, okay? For example, in the B2C niche, step one, a form of market research. Step two, acting off the research. Step three, starting getting scaled. Okay, simple questions you can ask when finding a problem. And whether you're an online coach or an online fitness coach, you can tailor it to you. Do you have any idea where you want to get started? Do you know which niche you're going to start in? Have you started doing outreach or running ads to get clients? Do you know how to hire VAs or how to outsource work? These are all the kind of questions you can be asking to find a problem, extract a problem, and start to delve into that level of pain you need to get into and dive into to then be able to solve yourself and sell your solutions. Number three is creating authority and building trust. Once you know their problems, once you know their desires, their issues, it's time for you to wave your magic wand. In our case, that comes from answering the questions, okay? What are your solutions to the pain and problems that prospect just gave you in the DMs? You want to give the prospect advice, actionable steps, the secret sauce to answer one or two of their problems they're dealing with or telling people where they're wrong. As a setter, you don't have to be an expert, okay? In the setting process, we don't want to give too much valuable advice because it will confuse people. You just need to move them along the buyer's journey through a level of awareness, which we're going to go into soon. And then finally, number four is qualifying leads, okay? Now that there's a clear-cut interest, now we've got the prospect at a point of interest. They're wanting to know your services. You're diagnosing them for them. You've got that trust. You've got that authority. You've got that level of pain. We need to qualify them. Because there's no point booking a call onto your offer owner's calendar or as an offer owner putting a call onto your calendar if they're not qualified. Then you're going to waste an hour of your time. And that hour of time could have been spent on a much higher leverage task, whether that be content, scaling, client fulfillment. You have to protect your time as a founder like gold dust, like you should protect your dopamine. And if we don't qualify leads, we're wasting that. So, what qualifications do they need to meet the program? 9 times out of 10, the main qualifying is purely financial. But it can also include things such as location, job, and race, believe it or not, guys. As a standard point of call, leads tend to be much harder to close from certain countries in Asia. It's not a hard disqualification, but just count and qualify even further when those prospects are in your DMs. Other specifics you may want to ask is get qualifiers in terms of their job, their finances, and as well, if the lead hasn't got a sense of urgency or buying intent, look to create that urgency. And if they're still there with a lack of urgency, or you can tell they're just trying to get a free handout, a free PDF, time wasters, Don't book them into a call. Okay. Then, levels of awareness, guys. Eugene Schwartz has 5 levels of awareness, and this is going to be adapted to DM setting. Every single lead, every single conversation you have, that client, that prospect, that lead fits into one of these levels of awareness, okay? Ultimately, if someone's completely unaware, we're not going to have a very good conversation with them. But the aim is to move the prospect from problem aware to product aware, book them on a call, and on the call we make them most aware and move them into a close. Okay, so a problem aware person recognizes they have a problem but isn't yet aware of the solutions. They have the pains, they have the desires, but they don't quite know how to fix them. Solution aware, they know the solutions exist, i.e. they know you as an online coach exists to help them solve their issues and achieve their desires, but hasn't identified a specific product or service to meet their needs, i.e. they might think there's lots of different people online and not sure which one to go with. Then we go down to product aware. They're aware of your product, they're aware of your service as a potential solution, but isn't yet convinced that you are the best option. This is where the DM setting comes in. And essentially, when they know this, when we've extracted pain, when we've qualified them, when they're product aware, we can then move them onto a booked call. And then when they're most aware is when they're going to close, when they're going to buy, and when they're going to invest into you as a business owner. Most aware, highly aware of your product or service and its benefits, but may still need a final push to purchase, i.e. the closing call, i.e. speaking to you, i.e. your pitch, i.e. discovery. That's when it comes into play. And you need to understand that if you go on your Instagram now and you see 50 DMs, every single lead is going to fit into one of these levels of awareness. And you should be prioritizing your time. You should be prioritizing those that are product aware, then solution aware, then problem aware. And if you have someone that is most aware in your DMs, well, then that's the golden ticket to a PIF. Do not spend time speaking to people who are unaware or unaware leads just because it's an easy conversation. Use that formula. Think of it as tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 5. If you have a Tier 5 lead, your speed to lead needs to be instant, between 0 to 5 minutes. Same for product aware, okay? And prioritize those tiers. Essentially, apply to DM setting. I've kind of gone through it, but unaware people, so I'm completely new to this. This is going to be you cold outbounding someone. Go into it with the idea of creating curiosity, talk about goals, send long form resources, but really these conversations are going to be dry. You're not going to get much kickback from this. Number 2 is problem aware. I'm not sure how to start, okay? Agitate pain, ask questions about the process, lead with value using short form resources and longer detailed messages. Number 3, solution aware. I want help getting started. Focus on qualifying, reveal your unique mechanism and how you stand out as a one-on-one in the market to provide or to show that prospect that you are in your own market and there's no competition. Number 4, product aware. I'm interested in your mentorship. This should be when the alarm bells start to ring to get the call booked in. Quicker qualifications, answer their questions, share more about the offer, send some testimonials and book the call. Get the lead on the call. Most aware. They've had a call with a team. They've either closed or they haven't closed. Handle objections, use urgency, implement some scarcity, some discounts, bonuses to get them over the line and close the deal. Guys, these are the levels of awareness you need to be thinking about when it comes to DM setting and closing more deals. Okay? Every single one of your leads will fit into one of these levels of awareness, and you need to make sure, whether you are a setter or a offer owner, that you are aware of which level of awareness they're on and your next 5 steps to move them one step closer to most aware, i.e. purchasing your service. Then guys, daily workflow. So you need to be very much strategic about how you go into DM setting. Otherwise you're going to get lost in the weeds. You might be dealing with 100, 120, 200, 400, 500 pounds a day. If you don't have a workflow, if you don't have a process, how are you going to track all those leads? You're going to be leaving money on the table and not being able to extract as much cash from your pipeline. So number 1, this is a clear workflow in order of highest ROI and lowest ROI. Number 1, send links, ready to book call. Hottest leads who are literally ready to book. Start your day scanning unread messages for people you pitched a call to who said yes and need a link sent in order to book a call. Send that straight away. That's your first point of call. Number 2, clearing the requests of new leads. Fresh leads that engaged overnight, engage as quickly as possible and start the conversation. Number 3, clearing unread and active conversations. Well, this is quite literally your job, okay? This is literally all you do, but you need to make sure you're doing it day in, day out. Number 4, follow up with leads post-sales calls. So any calls that didn't close for whatever reason, follow up with them. You can't rely on a closer to do a one call close the entire time. Follow up Show up 100% to every single call. Your job is to keep a tight pulse on leads, okay? Give them the push they need. Send them a resource. Send them a long form asset. Send them a testimonial. Send them a free PDF, okay? In order to get them back onto that follow-up call. Or to get them back onto a call next week. It's your job to get them over the line. Number 5, following up with no-shows. If someone has booked in a call and not shown, there's going to be a reason for that. It's no excuse just to leave that lead unattended. People get busy. People forget. Shit happens. Life happens. It doesn't mean it's a bad lead. Okay? It's still an opportunity on the table. And unless you've rinsed that opportunity, then there's still money to collect and there's still money to be made. Number 6, okay? Follow up with pitch calls and links sent. So essentially, if you've pitched a call too soon or sent a link too soon, that's okay. Learn from it. Don't make that mistake again, but then go and follow up. Okay, see it all the way through to the finish line. Don't slack off right at the end. If you felt like you were able to pitch a call, there was clearly a level of rapport built, a bit of pain extracted, and intent for your services, but it may have been too soon. So go back, reignite the conversation with a meme, with a GIF. Go in with humour, start the conversation, and then simply look to book after you've built some more rapport and got some more pain from them. Number 7, follow up with new leads. Very common for people to comment or send a DM and then ignore the ManyChat because they think it's a bot. Okay, people read through that and never respond. That doesn't mean they're a bad lead, okay? They just weren't interested in speaking to an AI bot. They were interested in speaking to a human. So spark up that conversation again. Lead with personality, lead with who you are, and then give value. Number 8, follow up with leads that didn't close 30 days ago. So again, this is all down to pipeline management. You need to be able to understand when your leads enter your pipeline and when they end. When they end your pipeline is when they've closed, okay? If a lead has entered your pipeline, they can be closed unless they are financially disqualified. Leads that were interested but didn't close for whatever reason, okay? Most people will be stuck in the same situation. Your job is to help them overcome limiting beliefs. Okay, it's to highlight why they've not achieved their goal yet because they're not taking action. If you push them away, they're probably never going to close. Okay, but if you convert an extra 10%, that's more money on the table for the minimal amount of work that you've had to do. You've not had to go out and find those leads. They're already in your pipeline. They're already in your ecosystem. They just needed further nurturing. Number 9, outbound messages. Always room to push for more volume. If you've gone through these 8 stages and you have not yet extracted cash in that day or booked a call, outbound. Outbound, outbound, outbound. If you have low lead flow, do not blame the marketing. Go and find the leads for your offer owner. Go and find the leads for your business. Understand as well, guys, if you have conversations, if you have leads there in the DMs that haven't closed, that is marketing gold. Look where the conversation stopped. Look what objections they gave. Look why they didn't close and create content for that and send it to them directly. It shows that you're listening. It shows that you care. My biggest take is, alright? My biggest take is, and this is linked to DM setting, is create content for your pipeline. Create content for the deals that didn't close. Create content for the no-shows. Because I guarantee you, if you then send it to them, they're going to see that and think, wow, he's created that for me, my situation. Use their language. If you see language they're using commonly, use that in your hooks. Use that in your titles. Use that in your videos because it's going to relate to your ICP so much more and make them feel heard. Guys, sales and marketing work hand in hand. If you're not using your sales assets to improve your personal branding and your middle and bottom of funnel content, you are leaving money on the table. This whole, module or class or overview or presentation is all about cash extraction. Okay, so yes, DM setting here is what we're mastering. You are going to become a master at DM setting after this video, but you also have to understand the process of building a business. And DM setting and marketing work hand in hand. Personal branding and sales work hand in hand. Because if you're speaking to your ICP every day, if you're speaking to your ICP, understanding the language they use, the pain points they face, the limiting beliefs that they need to overcome in order to achieve their goal, well, that's your marketing gold. That's your post for the next 2 weeks. From top of funnel, middle of funnel, bottom of funnel, and then repurpose it into multiple different formats. That's how you build a magnetic personal brand. The relationship between sales and marketing. Alright guys, now we're going to go into the process. So essentially, as a rule of the DM setting process, whether you're new to this, you know it. If you've made it this far, you've clearly wanting to make more money through your online coaching offer or DM setting. This is the process. Convo starter to booked and confirmed. So you open up with a conversation starter. We go into goals, problem. We then build trust and authority. We qualify, we interest, pitch, and then we book a call. Okay, this is the flow. If you can take anything away for today, it's this flow. Convo starter, goals, problem, trust and authority, qualify, interest and pitch, book and confirm. Alright? We could spend hours going into detail, going into understanding the scripts, the frameworks, everything to use. But as a rule of thumb, if you implement these 4 key learnings from a DM setting mindset, DM framework mindset, the levels of awareness and where your leads are, and the 9 stages of a workflow, you're going to close more deals, you're going to book more calls, and most importantly, you're going to book more qualified calls. Qualified calls being the main takeaway. Framework here, this DM setting framework here, allows you to understand the core philosophies, allows you to understand the responses. Alright guys, we've moved from Miro into inbound DM setting framework. I'm actually going to give you the script. I just thought, why not? Let's go into it. So, intro. This is all for inbound. We'll then go into outbound. But intro, they came to you. So open warm and get straight into it. Hey name, appreciate you reaching out. Are you looking to get back in shape or have you already been training for a while? Okay. Adapt the second line to whatever they came in for. I.e., why did they follow your offer, the piece of content they may have commented about? Is it fat loss, muscle, energy, and add a free guide, whatever it might be. Qualify. If training already, nice. Are you training consistently at the moment or has it been on and off? Okay. If they're just starting or curious, nice. What's got you wanting to make a change now? Acknowledge whatever they say properly. This is a report, not a checkbox or a script you need to follow. And are you looking to do this properly? And are you looking to do this properly or just exploring options? If they mention work life getting in the way, for example, what's your schedule like? What do you do for work? Again, a qualify. This will be able to give you an idea of their finances, their situation, their time, and hence the capacity that they are able or willing to invest without ever feeling interrogated. Then, the pain. Now that you know what they are, start digging gently. Okay, so what would be the main goal for you? What do you want to? Where do you want to be in 3 months, 6 months, 12 months? However the length of your program is. Where are you right now? Weight, training, energy, whatever your goal relates to. What have you tried before? How did that go? What do you think has stopped it sticking? Drop a relevant testimonial here. Someone like them who got results and related to how doable it is for them. Then, what would hitting X goal actually change for you day to day? How long have you been wanting to achieve this for? If it has been 3 months or more, emphasize how long that is and put real weight on the question of what it actually looks like and what's actually holding them back from achieving their results. Did something recently happen that made you decide that now's the time? Okay, these questions are going to allow you to get so much pain out of them and allow you to paint the picture and build the bridge of where they are now, but most importantly, where they want to get to. Then, bridge the gap. What do you feel is the main thing holding you back? Okay, what goal? What do you feel like you need to actually get there this time? What's different this time round? Then build urgency. Anchor the pain and let them realise it's lasted longer than it should have. Whether it's been a week or 5 years, this is important. Is this something you're actually looking to get help with right now? This will show you their level of buying intent towards you, okay? Or, for example, you will say, how much of a priority is X goal for you right now, honestly? Okay, another question. Do you feel like if you had X solution, structure, accountability, plan built around your schedule, you'd get to the goal faster? Again, we're then intertwining our services into the DM setting process. Once they've said yes to this, if you've got to this stage, guys, there's high buying intent. They're very much product aware. Then we'll pitch the call. The pitch must be specific to the lead and genuinely relate to their goals and their pains. That is what gets them to book and show. Tell you what, name. Easiest thing we can do is jump on a quick call. I'll run you through exactly how we'd fix X pain and get you to Y goal. And see if it's a good fit. No pressure either way. I've got a couple slots open this week. Are you down? And then just put a time. If yes, send booking list. Post booking qualifier. Quick one before the call. If it was a fit to work together at the end of it, would it be an investment you're willing to put into yourself? Okay, would that be manageable? Again, tailor this to your offer, your package, who you're speaking to. If they say no, all good. Just so I know what we're working with. What sort of budget would be realistic for you right now? Guys, see how we're just softly qualifying. It's not like how much money do you have. We're asking questions in a way that doesn't increase the level of sales resistance. If they genuinely cannot make the minimum work, just say this. Okay, to be honest with you, that would be under the minimum for the program. If you're serious about it though, we do have split payment options that could get you started. Would that work for you? If yes, keep the call. If no, DQ. Be kind, point them towards your free content and keep them and nurture them. If qualified, however, Just say perfect, looking forward to it. By the way, make sure to watch this video before the call, it'll be super valuable. Send your VSL, client testimonial, best performing long form asset. See the nurture module for more kind of information about the pre-call sequence. And then guys, if we're dealing with outbounds, it's a similar format, but we're going to go into it. So, intro. Open off the back of whatever they did. That is your reasoning for messaging. Hey name, appreciate the follow. Hey name, just saw you commented on my post. Hey name, saw you engaging with my story, appreciate it. Then one natural opener, tied to your content, sorry. Out of interest, you training at the moment or just getting back into it? Just simple as that. Conversational, very much a real person. Qualify. Are you looking to actually commit to X goal, or is it more of a someday thing right now? If they're already training, however, nice. How's it been going? You happy where you're at now? If they're just starting or fell off, nice. What's got you wanting to get back into it? This stage is purely rapport building, so you can qualify after. Whatever they say, acknowledge it, okay? The acknowledgement is what stops the next question feeling like sales pressure. Anytime they give you some information, acknowledge that information and then move them down the cycle of your levels of awareness, but also the framework that you're going to be implementing. Acknowledge, okay, so what's your day-to-day look like? What do you do for work? Again, this is a great way to qualify. We're not directly asking them how much they have for money, but we're understanding what they do for work, the shifts, kids, wherever they travel. This is where you learn the real obstacles about their capacity to invest without ever asking about money. Then guys, pain discovery. Now that you know where they're at, start digging gently. Acknowledge, how's it been going for you so far? If bad, acknowledge how come. If good, nice. So what's been the main focus for you right now? Let the lead reply. Did something happen recently that made you want to change that? Or what would be the main goal for you? What makes you want that? Where are you right now with it? How long have you been wanting this? Again, guys, it's just about asking questions, building rapport, being human. These are frameworks you can use, but no DM conversation should ever sound the same because no person is the exact same. No person has the same desires, the same pain, the same job, the same life. Everyone is one of one. You are building a one of one personal brand. You're building a one of one business and you're standing out as a one of one in your market. The same goes for any single principle. If it's been 3+ months, emphasize how long that is. If it's been a month, emphasize that's a long time and put real weight on what's holding them back. Bridge the gap. Okay, what do you feel like is the main thing holding you back now from achieving your goal? What do you feel like you need to do to actually get there this time? What's different now? Then, guys, build urgency. Okay, look at the pain. Let them realize it's lasted longer than it should. How long have you been feeling stuck with that? Is this something you're actually looking to get help with right now? Or how much of a priority is goal for you right now? Do you feel like if you had the solution to your pain, you'd get to the goal faster? If yes to all of these, pitch the call. Tell you what, name, easiest thing we could do right now is jump on a quick call. I'll walk you through my exact process, frameworks, and systems to help you fix X pain and achieve Y goal. And essentially just see if it's a good fit for the both of us to work together. How does that sound? Look, pitch call there, done. Coming back to the Miro. Guys, essentially, that is exactly how I would go about mastering your DM setting framework and process as an online fitness coach, as an online coach, okay? As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. If you want to work with myself or the team to improve your sales systems, your organic content, and build up your online fitness coaching offer, there's a link below to work with us. But if not, as always, good luck. Don't just watch this. If you've made it this far, go and implement these learnings. Go and improve your team, improve your setting process, and go and close some more deals. All the best, and I'll see you in the next one.